We're at the bull ring in Ronda, which is the oldest. It's even older than the one in Seville. I think it was built in 15 something or other. And this is where the 8 bulls are held. Only 6 fight each day, but they have 2 understudies in case, for whatever reason, the other 6 can't perform. But they're held there for a little while. And then they come through these doors. Somehow through here. And then through here. And then they come through here into one of these 6 areas. There we go. And then the doors are raised when they have to go into the bullfighting ring. We were up there, and these are where the 6 that actually go into the ring, and the 2 understudies, or the 2 that are backups. They actually go through here. We're quite astonished. What a tour this is. We didn't get the luxury of actually going the route that a bull does through to the bull ring. But they go through here. Wow. Actually, it's quite neat. There's a little bit of graffiti here. It must be from other tourists, which is not very cool. Wow. But they go through here. Wow. Oh. And then they must be directed somehow. Maybe these doors must get closed, and they come out that door. Wow. But in this tour here in Ronda, they actually let you go out to the bull ring. How cool is that? So here we are, actually on the bull ring. So you can feel what it feels like to be a bull, or a matador, or any of the picadillos or the banderillos, people who poke the bull with a poker, or spear them with one of those short little colored plastic banderillos. We're alone in the bull ring. Just to continue the narrative, the bull would come through there. Unusual, compared to the Seville arena, the presidential box and the royal box are above where the bull enters. I remember in Seville they were opposite. And there are 126 columns. Here's this full circle of the bull ring here in Ronda. And the 2 that surround the royal box are the only ones that are carved. Can you see that they're carved? Anyway, when royalty is here, that's where they sit. The president sits there. The clergy sits up on the left. The vice president of the association also sits here. There are also 4 sections here in the stadium. One where you're sitting full in shade the whole time. Second where you're partly in the shade, partly in the sun. And then when you're full on in the sun the whole time. I like how they do the pricing. It makes sense. How about 4,500 people can fit in the stadium. And the highlight of the bullfighting season is in September. The sand is very special for its quick to aerate, quick to dry, quick to yes, which is good. We've got bulls bleeding blood all over the place. It's good that it's quick drying sand. And Mom and I have just seen the museum portion of the tour where we saw the clothing that the matadors, the picadillos, and the banderillos would wear. And we're now sitting in the spectator section. And what we're wondering is, since there's no barricade here, if a bull were to jump over the fence, I don't know, somehow take a running jump, gosh, it'd be kind of scary. Because you're really close to the action. Look at that. There's the edge of the bull ring. And there's just a small little area. Maybe some people are congregating there. The bull would go after that person first. And it'd probably be pretty hard for the bull then to come over here, but pretty close. There's like no barricade right here. Really close to the action. Quite scary. I'd probably be in the upper balcony just to be absolutely sure. That's room number 6. This is room number 5, and they've left the door open. So before the bull is allowed to go into the ring, this is where the bull is pacing back and forth. I guess this is where we must leave some food. There's no window. This is where the bull is. Wow. And then they would open the door, like they have here, and the bull would come. No, the bull would go out here. The bull would come out here. Dun dun dun, Toro, El Toro. And pass all these other bulls. He'd go through this wooden area where everyone has graffitied it, which is terrible. I mean, it's a monument. It's the oldest bull ring. Should graffiti. And then, oops, actually, it would go through that door. but I'm going to go through this door, and it would come out into the bull ring. Lonely Planet has recommended bar Faustina for dinner, or tapas. So we've ordered the golden mushrooms, the champignon, and the aubergine, which is the fried eggplant. And we've been told to put a little bit of the honey. Un poquito, papa. And what's lovely about this tapas place is they've got all the posters from the Ronda bull ring that we just visited this afternoon. So every year in September they have this 3-day festival, and there's one festival in particular that's done in the Goyesca style, which means, you know, a lot of the pom-poms and frills on the matador's vest. And we suspect Cruz Campo is the beer, local beer.